From hidden characters to bizarre clues, Peppa Pig is full of mysteries that don't quite add up. Today, we're uncovering the strangest and most puzzling secrets lurking in Peppa's world. Is Mrs. Cat cheating on her husband? In the episode Grandpa Pig's Birthday, Peppa's family goes to a fancy restaurant. It's a nice place with elegant tables and sparkling glassware, which is perfect for couples and families. But when looking around, you might spot Mrs. Cat sitting at a table. Nothing strange until you notice the cat sitting next to her. He doesn't look like Mr. Cat. The real Mr. Cat has lighter fur, but this one is a darker shade. That's why many fans believe he's a completely different character. It could just be a simple animation mix-up, but it's not the first time something like this has happened in Peppa Pig. Whether it means anything or not, it's an easy detail to miss until you see it. Is Edmund Elephant a dwarf? Edmund Elephant is known as the smartest kid in Peppa Pig. He's the same age as George, yet his knowledge of science and facts is way beyond what you'd expect from a 2-year-old. While George is still learning basic skills like potty training, Edmund is out here explaining the solar system. This has led some fans to question if Edmund is actually the same age as his big sister Emily, or possibly even older. One theory suggests that Edmund might have dwarfism, which would explain his small size while still allowing him to be more advanced than his peers. Of course, Peppa Pig isn't exactly known for strict logic when it comes to age and intelligence, but when you compare Edmund's abilities to the other toddlers in the show, it does make you wonder if there's more to his character than meets the eye. Can different species have kids? In the episode The Future, Peppa and Susie Sheep imagine what their lives will be like when they grow up. Peppa says she wants to marry Pedro Pony.
And I will marry Pedro.
While Susie picks Danny Dog. But there's one detail that raises a big question. Peppa insists she and Pedro will have children. In the real world, animals of different species can't have kids together. But in Peppa Pig, things might work differently. The show already plays loose with reality, so maybe in this world, mixed species families are possible. Of course, this is just a playful moment between friends imagining their future. But if Peppa Pig ever explores their adult lives, maybe we'll finally get an answer to this unusual mystery. Characters between talking vegetables. Peppa Pig is already a strange world with animals walking, talking, and driving cars. But things get even weirder when we meet the talking vegetables. These characters appear on TV and in public events, promoting eating their own kind. But that raises a big question. What are they exactly? There are only two possible explanations. Either they're actual living vegetables that somehow came to life, or they're just animals dressed in vegetable costumes as part of their job. Both options are strange, but the first one makes things even more confusing. After all, why would a vegetable encourage people to eat vegetables? That's like Peppa telling everyone bacon is good for you. The show never explains this mystery, and the talking vegetables remain one of Peppa's weirdest secrets. Is the zoo a prison? When Madame Gazelle takes the kids on a trip to the zoo, everything seems normal until she spots Mr. Lion. The moment she sees him, she panics, thinking he has escaped. But here's the weird part. Mr. Lion works at the zoo, so why did Madame Gazelle expect him to be locked up? This moment raises a strange question. Is the zoo in Peppa Pig actually more like a prison? We already know that in this world, animals like Mr. Lion, Mr. Giraffe, and Mr. Crocodile have jobs and live in society just like everyone else. But if Madame Gazelle assumed Mr. Lion was supposed to be behind bars, does that mean some animals are treated differently? Where is the little cow? Peppa Pig has introduced plenty of characters over the years, but some have mysteriously disappeared without a trace. One of the strangest cases is the little cow. She only appeared a couple of times, once with Mr. Bull at the supermarket and another time with Mrs. Cow at a utility store. Since Peppa Pig, the movie focused on the wedding of Mr. Bull and Mrs. Cow, you'd expect to see the little cow there, right? But she was nowhere to be found. This makes her absence even more puzzling. If she was important enough to appear before, why was she missing from such a major event? Did the show simply forget about her, or is there something else going on? Why is Tiddles always escaping? After around 400 episodes, one mystery still hasn't been solved. Why does Tiddles the tortoise keep escaping from Dr. Hamster? Tiddles isn't just wandering off, he actively sneaks away every chance he gets. He even climbs trees, something tortoises aren't exactly known for. But the real question is, why? If Dr. Hamster is supposed to be taking care of him, what's making him run, or rather slowly crawl away? Some fans joke that maybe Dr. hamster isn't the best caregiver. Others wonder if Tiddles has something important hidden up in those trees. Whatever the reason, one thing is clear. This little tortoise has been escaping for years, and nobody seems to have figured out how to stop him. Does Peppa have two personalities? Peppa Pig is usually cheerful and playful, but sometimes she acts completely different. One moment, she's sweet and caring, like when she tickles George to cheer him up. Next, she's kicking him out of his own room without a second thought. A good example is in Susie Goes Away. Peppa and Susie Sheep are best friends, but during their goodbye, Peppa quickly switches from emotional to argumentative. And this isn't just a one-time thing. Throughout the series, Peppa's behavior jumps between friendly and, well, not so friendly. This has led some fans to wonder if Peppa actually has two different personalities. Of course, she's just a kid and kids can be unpredictable, but when you look at how often she switches between being kind and being bossy, it's hard not to see a pattern. Maybe there's more to Peppa's personality than we see. Mummy Pig's suspicious Valentine's Day card. In the Valentine's Day episode, Daddy Pig gives Mummy Pig a sweet love note, but when he asks where his card is, Mummy Pig says she already gave it to Mr. Zebra. That's when things get weird. Daddy Pig looks confused, and Mummy Pig quickly explains that Mr. Zebra, the postman, will be delivering it. But why go through all that trouble? If she already had the card, why not just hand it to him directly? Why did it need to be mailed at all? Sure, maybe Mummy Pig just wanted to be extra fancy with her delivery, but the way she rushes to explain herself makes the whole thing seem a little suspicious. Was it really just a sweet surprise, or was Mummy Pig hoping Daddy Pig wouldn't ask too many questions? What are their real names? In Peppa Pig, most characters are simply called by their family roles: Mummy Pig, Daddy Pig, Grandpa Pig, and so on. But have you ever wondered if they actually have real names? For a long time, this was a mystery. Then, in the episode Sea Treasure, Peppa, George, and Grandma Pig find a message in a bottle. When they call the number inside, Grampy Rabbit answers. But the real surprise was that the note was signed Rad. So after 8 seasons, we finally learned Grampy Rabbit's real name. But this raises an even bigger question. What about the others? Do Mummy Pig and Daddy Pig have actual names too? And if so, why are they never mentioned? Maybe one day we'll find out, but for now, Grampy Rabbit, or rather Rad, remains one of the only characters with a confirmed real name. Is Miss Rabbit running a secret operation? Miss Rabbit is everywhere. She runs the supermarket, drives the bus, works at the rescue service, and even owns a shoe shop. But while her ability to juggle all these jobs is impressive, the real question is, why does she have so many? If we assume she isn't some kind of superpowered rabbit who can clone herself, then something isn't adding up. Take her shoe shop, for example. It's filled with shoes, but none of the characters ever seem to buy them, because everyone in Peppa Pig wears the same kind of footwear. So how does she keep the shop running? This has led some fans to a wild theory. What if Miss Rabbit's businesses are just a front? Could she be involved in something bigger? Maybe she's secretly running the entire economy of Peppa's world. Whatever the case, one thing is certain. Miss Rabbit isn't just your average hard-working citizen. Peppa's mysterious twin. Most fans know Peppa Pig as an only child with just one sibling, George. But what if that's not the whole story? There's an official Peppa Pig wallpaper that has puzzled fans for years. It shows Peppa, George, Mummy Pig, and Daddy Pig. But in the background, there's someone else, a second Peppa. She looks just like Peppa, but she's barely noticeable, as if she was never meant to be seen. Some believe this mystery pig could be Peppa's twin sister, one who wasn't as lucky as Peppa. The theory suggests she was hidden away and never allowed to go to school or play with the others. But when the family left their computer unattended, she managed to leave a clue. Her initials, OOP. Could her name be Olivia Pig? The more you look into this, the stranger it gets. Maybe it's just a design error. Or maybe Peppa's world has a secret it doesn't want us to know. And there you have it, some of the strangest and most fascinating mysteries hiding in Peppa Pig. While these odd details might make us wonder what's really going on in Peppa's world, they only add to the fun of the show. After all, a little mystery never hurts anyone. Did we miss any theories or weird moments you've noticed? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more fun content like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.